you buy the iPhone 6 in the year of 2018? Let's get started. What's going on, guys? This is Apple Fox channel here, and in today's video I want to talk about the iPhone 6, as you can see right here. Of course, not everybody wants to go ahead and buy the brand new device and the most expensive device from Apple, and it is completely okay, but should you really go ahead and buy exactly this iPhone 6 in the year of 2018? I mean, this is the question that I will be talking about in today's video, and let's just get started right now. If you are new to the channel, you should definitely start by pressing the subscribe button, because I try to post similar content like this. I try to post some iOS updates as well as watchOS updates, iPad coverage, and Apple Watch coverage, so you won't regret subscribing. Let's talk about the advantages at first. So the iPhone 6 has this beautiful design, which means that all cases, all of the covers which fit for the iPhone 6s will also fit for the iPhone 6. It's not like you're getting out of the market that it will be impossible for you to get actually a case. You will always find tons of accessories because it is the same size as the iPhone 6s. It is also very similar to the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 8. So the accessories will also fit on this device, but there will definitely be no problem with getting some accessories just for the iPhone 6 and the 6s. Also, it still supports the latest version of iOS. I will talk about that later in the video, but just going into the settings and to the software update, you'll be able to see that this device is running the latest version of iOS, which is iOS 11.2.6 at this point of time. So here, iOS 11.2.6, your software is up to date. Another really great advantage is that we still have the headphone jack at the bottom. I mean, it may sound kind of silly just because, it's not really the most important thing nowadays, but it means that you can plug the usual headphones using the 3.5mm headphone jack, and you can also connect the Lightning AirPods to the iPhone 6, and it will work completely fine. As I was already talking about the design, as you can see from the front side, it looks exactly like the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 7 and of course the iPhone 8. So if you're only buying the iPhone Air to look cool and just feel like you have an iPhone and it is the latest one, even though it isn't the latest one, it looks like it. So I would definitely go for it in case the design is really important for you. So these were the advantages I wanted to mention in today's video. Now let's continue with the things that you need to know about the iPhone 6. And based on the stuff that it is important to you, just make the decision if you should go ahead and buy it. I just can't go ahead and tell you that buy this device or don't do it. I mean, if that's up to you, what is important to you and if you're really gonna be using it. So that's why I want to talk about the key specification of this device. The camera on the iPhone 6, I mean the rear-facing camera, is capable of actually shooting at 1080p. It is the 8 megapixel camera, and on the front side we have 1.2 megapixel camera. But it is not all about megapixels. As I already talked about in some of my videos, the megapixels are not everything. And there are definitely other factors that actually make the decision if the camera on the smartphone is good or bad. So I wouldn't simply rely on the megapixel number. By the way, I also forgot to mention that this device was released at 2014. If the year of release is actually important to you, then you need to know that it is 4 years old, or it will be in the September of 2018. It will reach 4 years. It definitely supports Apple Pay. If that is important to you as well, keep that in mind that it supports Apple Pay, but only in the countries that actually support it. On the front side, we have this beautiful LED backlit IPS LCD capacitive touchscreen with the size of 4.7 inches, which has the resolution of 750 by 1334 pixels and 356 ppi. It comes in 4 different types of storage, so it can come in 16, 32, 64 and 128 gigabytes, and the RAM of this device is just 1 gigabyte. But it is the DDR3 RAM. So that was a quick specification, and now let's talk about the real world stuff. So on the bottom we have this usual Touch ID home button, which is the first generation of Touch ID. We already have the second generation on the iPhone 7 and 8, and also we have the Face ID on the iPhone 10. It's not the latest security technology from Apple, but it still works. You can still get inside your iPhone pretty quickly. I made a video about it comparing the first generation and the second generation of Touch ID. You can check it out, it will be in the description below. The speaker is pretty solid in my opinion, and also there are many people nowadays who just listen to their iPhones out loud. There isn't pretty much anybody who does that. So yeah, it's pretty nice. The battery also got worse in the iOS 11, but don't worry, in the upcoming iOS 11.3, which will of course be available for the iPhone 6 as well, we'll be having the option to actually take a look at the battery inside and how capable it is. So we'll be actually able to see the maximum capacity, and if the battery will be wrong, you can still bring the iPhone to the Apple Store and they will replace the battery with the discount. I'm not sure how exactly it works, but you should get it for a very good price and it should be okay. So just wait for the iOS 11.3. It's still in a beta stage at this point of time. We just have received the third beta. Also in the recent days, Apple was supposedly slowing the old iPhones down, and one of the old iPhones is of course this iPhone 6. And it was true actually, but it was for our advantage, in order for iPhones to be alive basically. If you are not satisfied with that, in the 11.3 you will also have the option to disable performance throttling. But I will talk about that when the iOS 11.3 will be released. But still, if you for example take a screenshot, it's gonna take some time until the iPhone actually recognizes that I did something. In order for the iPhone to take a screenshot, you have to press the side button and the power button. And as you could notice, after a couple of seconds, it already made a screenshot. So it's kind of slow. In the iOS 10, it was better, I think, but in the iOS 11, we have some cool features which were not present in the iOS 10. So it is up to you if you want to get the features or the speed and performance. One thing you have to keep in mind is that if you have never had an iPhone before, it will be kind of difficult for you to get used to this Apple ecosystem. There's nothing bad about it because I just really like it, and that's why I'm so big fan of Apple. But for people switching from Androids, it may be kind of difficult, but you'll have to get used to it. So let's sum this video up. My opinion on buying the iPhone 6 in the 2018 is that go ahead and do it, but only if you don't intend to have the iPhone 6 for like the next 2 or 3 years. If you want to keep the iPhone 6 for such a long time, then don't go ahead and buy it because it's not gonna pay off. As I already said, the next year the iPhone 6 will receive the iOS 12, but after that it will be outdated, meaning that it will stay on the iOS 12. Also, you have to make the decision, and based on the facts that I have mentioned in today's video, hopefully I made it clear for you. In terms of the design, I have to say that it fits perfectly in a pocket because it's a compact size. It's not a plus model, it doesn't bend or it doesn't do anything like that. And overall, it's a great device. Like, in terms of the performance, I would say that it gets the job done, but other way, it's nothing special. In terms of the battery, I would say that it lasts about 1 day, but that also depends on the way you are using the device, because if you are watching movies all the time, it's gonna drain faster. But anyways, it's a great device, and hopefully I made it clear for you if you are deciding if you want to get this iPhone. So thank you very much for watching. Please let me know what you think about this type of video down below in the comments. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like to let me know. And also subscribe for more content like this and also some other videos. As you can see on my channel, I made so much content about the Apple products. And if you are into those, then definitely hit the subscribe button and you won't miss anything. So have a nice day and see you in the next video, guys. Peace out.